Welcome to Lifestyle by Design, helping you solve everyday challenges. Our episode will feature two topics, one about our community and the other about our health. And today, my co-host and I are going to talk about topics related to the human body and the amazing things that we can accomplish. In today's show, we'll be talking about the body.
And we'll be introducing our two guests.
That's right.
We have two guests. They have a lot in common. Both are BHS students. One is a current student, one is a BHS grad. And they're both very involved in health issues, as Karen said. Our first guest, Kervin Hilaire, has been doing some really amazing things related to tobacco prevention. And I first heard about him when he received the Metro West Youth Leadership Award for the work he's been doing. And he has received a number of accolades. One is that award at Kick Butt Day 2013. He's also received a Brookline Hub Award. So we wanted to bring him on the show and talk to him about what he's been doing. So, Kervin, thank you for joining us.
Thank
we
you.
are really pleased that you're here. So first, I'd like to have you tell me what about the award that you received at Kick Butt Day and what that was all about.
Well, it was on Kick Butt Day, which is a day of awareness for tobacco prevention at the State House. And as you said, I won the Metro West Award. I was actually nominated for that by my peer leader teacher, and it's for kids who are active in their communities or in the state about tobacco prevention and making it aware at what's going on. And so at the State House, during Kick Butt Day, we protest, talk to our representatives, and try and get them on board on what's going on and how tobacco companies are targeting youth and younger other kids, and get them on board to vote for, I guess, a bill that would raise the taxes on cigarettes and other tobacco products. And they honored me at the State House.
That's wonderful. So what first got you interested in this topic?
Well, I guess growing up, I had family members that smoked, and as years went on, I saw them their health decline, and just because of cigarettes, and I wasn't too happy about that. And when I got to high school, my friends started to smoke, and I saw more of my friends start to smoke, and I was like, we're so young. Well, why are they smoking? Like, do they know the effects of cigarettes? And I'm pretty sure health classes give lessons on what chemicals are in cigarettes or other tobacco products, and I was devastated over that. I was not on board. I didn't like it.
So was there a group that you joined, or did you form a group? Are there other students at the school that are involved in this with you?
Well, no, yes, peer leadership. We have a tobacco group, and we have a tobacco group, and which got involved with the '84 movement, and it wasn't just me.
How many students are involved in it?
Oh, 6 or 7. It changes every year.
And this is a year-to-year group that you have?
Yeah.
Wonderful. So do you do awareness-raising events around the school as well?
Yes, we have our own Kick Butt Day, or 1200 Day, as we call it, where we set up games and games and other events in the cafeteria, giving them information about smoking, drinking, and drugs. So it's not always about tobacco, with peer leadership.
It's pretty much all substance prevention.
Yes.
Substance use prevention.
Yes.
Great. So with all the activities that you've done on campus and outside of the campus, do you have a sort of standout thing or event that you've worked on in getting involved in this?
I think everything I do is just.
But what's most memorable to you?
Well, I guess the '84 movement rallies would be like a day event where I go learn about tobacco companies and how I can help teach or make them aware of what's going on, and we would learn chants and like cheers to go protest. Just learning new materials. I love going to those events because you meet kids from all around the state and talk about what's going on in their community, and to get to know what's going on, and you get ideas from them, and which I did. I got ideas from them which I brought back to Brookline, and
What was one of those things that you brought back?
Well, I can't think of it right
That's
now,
okay. So I know you're graduating,
Yep.
and you're going to be moving on to bigger and better things. What is in store in the future for you?
Well, hopefully, I'm aiming towards going to American University.
Oh, great.
Yeah. And while I'm there, I want to major in either biology or public health with a pre-med track, and hopefully to become a physician assistant. So I just love helping others, and I love the medical field.
Great.
That's great.
Yeah.
And you know, what you've been doing is real advocacy and prevention, too. And so it sounds like what you've done at Brookline High School is going to just sort of set the stage for your future. And you can look back on what you've done to help you for what you'll do in your career. That's great. Very admirable.
Thank you.
So since you're leaving, I assume there's going to be a group at the high school that's going to continue work on substance abuse prevention.
Yeah.
What would you maybe say to some of the younger students looking to get involved? Piece of advice or encouragement, something that you would wish that they do once you're leaving?
They shouldn't give up because it's a tough fight. For example, pushing the smoking boundaries back, we can't make that decision. It's like a town decision, and there are many people that disagree about pushing it back. So
and just to give viewers clarification,
Yeah.
the boundaries, there's an area in front of the school where students
Yes.
can smoke, so you want to push that back.
we want to push that back. Right now, we have a smoker's bench, and there's a preschool at the high school, and the little kids walk by every day, and which is bad for them.
Sure.
So the idea was to push it back 300 yards, so that's way past Cypress Field. I'm not sure where it lands, but we have to get feedback from neighbors and people around town, and yeah, like I said, there are people that disagree, but which makes it hard for us to get it pushed back. So for kids who are interested, they shouldn't give up. They should keep fighting.
And keep having conversations, it sounds like,
yes.
not only with peers, but with the community, with
Yes.
adults, with people who live in the neighborhood, and
Yes.
to say, this is an issue that as students we feel strongly about, so help us support our
And-
goals.
And the kids that have stories, I know there are many kids that have stories about smoking history in their family and how it's affected them. They should share that story and tell people how it's affected them and why is it important to them.
That's great.
Great.
Yeah.
It's really wonderful. Thank you so much for
Thank
being
you.
on
Thank you.
our show today.
Thank you for having me.
So our second guest that we'd like to introduce is Jessica, and Karen, I'll let you talk a
Absolutely.
little bit more about Jessica.
So I am so excited about Jessica being on the show today. Jessica is a master's student in occupational therapy at Boston University. And for the last year, she's been doing an independent study with me where she's been providing sunset yoga to the community at Boston University. So Jessica, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank
We're so happy that you're here. So Jessica, tell us a little bit about that, how you got involved in yoga in the first place, and then about the weekly sunset yoga that you've been doing.
So I got involved with yoga in the first place because I was looking for an alternative to a physical workout, and I was sick of running. So I decided to try a yoga class, and it actually turned out that I loved my first class. I was really inspired by it. I started going back as often as I could, and then eventually I chose to get my teacher certification. And then based off of that, I've been working around Boston at different yoga studios, and I chose to do my independent study teaching yoga for the BU community. And it is on the 26th floor of our student village, which is a dorm. And it's awesome because it's a beautiful view. and you get to take a break from whatever you're doing throughout the day and just come practice, have a physical workout as well as a nice stress release.
So, I think most of our viewers have heard the word yoga. You've heard of it.
Yes.
And you've heard of it, of course. But I'm not sure everybody knows what the word really means. And there's lots of terminology in yoga. So can you sort of demystify it for us?
Sure. So the word yoga actually means to yoke, and it physically means that you are combining your mind, your body, and your spirit in one practice. So the physical postures that you see and think about when you hear the word yoga is just one limb of it, but it's an accessible limb, and it helps you get into it more so that you are able to then maybe learn more about it or start your meditation practice, and there's plenty of other places you can go with it.
So yoga has lots and lots of benefits to people. You were talking about these poses, so stretching might be one of them, range of motion, strength,
Yeah.
Cardiovascular.
Depending on the type, but
So
yes.
yeah, tell us a little bit about what you mean by depending on the type.
So there's just a lot of different practices that you can choose to go on. So the type I teach is Vinyasa Yoga, and it's a flowy movement-based practice. There are ones that are a lot more like you stand and you hold postures, and they're very hard as well, but it's just a way of moving that increases your physical fitness and allows you to get a lot of benefits.
So when you're holding your class, and I've been very lucky to go to 2 of them. Unfortunately, I didn't get to go all semester because of my class load. I find that lots and lots and lots of students are attracted to it. But some of them are beginners and some more advanced. How does someone who's just thinking about getting involved in yoga figure out what class to go to and sort of, understand sort of the language of yoga?
So most studios offer a basics class. If you're nervous about going to a class where there's going to be an advanced practitioner, then you can definitely go to a basics class. They break down all the words. They give you the English and Sanskrit translation of every posture, and they help you with alignment and how to get into each pose safely so that you're not going to hurt yourself, and if you're embarrassed, everyone else in the room is new too, so you're not the only one. But most classes are open level, so that means there are modifications to every single posture, and you're able to be a beginner and be in a room with an advanced practitioner and still get the exact same benefits. Maybe the pose will look a little bit different, but you're still getting the exact same benefits.
Now, you said something that was really interesting to me about modifying the pose. So some of our viewers might have arthritis or might have right now a bad back, or maybe their knees hurting them or their shoulder, whatever. Can you still do yoga if you have some of these ailments? Obviously, you'd talk to your doctor before you start a program, but can you do them?
Absolutely. Every pose, there's a benefit to it, but it doesn't mean you have to get into that full variation in order to achieve that benefit. So you could take a modified posture. It's really nice to talk to the teacher ahead of time, let them know what you're working with so that then they can give you that extra attention throughout the class and make sure that you're not doing anything to injure yourself further or to give you that other modification that you can't get into otherwise.
That's great. Now, you're graduating from Boston University, and you're a graduate of Brookline High School, 2008, which is really great. How do you envision combining occupational therapy and yoga in your future as an occupational therapist?
Well, I think they're both very similar in that they're movement-based, and it's all about working with individuals who want to do something that they are unable to do maybe. So just giving the modifications and finding different ways to combine physical fitness and your ability to move in your everyday life to maybe practice yoga or to do any other activity you want to do in your life.
Great. You know, I see a lot of people doing yoga before they sit down in front of their computers, or throughout the day, striking up a yoga pose and incorporating it into their whole style. And I think that the added value of you being an occupational therapist and a yoga teacher is going to be great for the people you work with. So we are so lucky that you're going to demonstrate a few poses. So we'll be right back, and be prepared to see some great poses. And Jessica is going to walk us through those poses so we better understand them. So thanks so much, and stay tuned.
Ready or not, here I come.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Live with a human for a while and you get to know a few things. Like, I know she's actually not a morning person. I know she does strange tricks for no treats. I know that water makes her howl like crazy. I even know how the floor stays so clean. She's quick. But the one thing I will never for the life of me know is how she gets so tiny and inside that box. Natalie, how do you get so tiny?
Know what?
What?
Since I got adopted, I've learned a lot about these humans.
I know. I mean, check out these two. It's Flirt City over here.
Yeah, I noticed that. It looks like my human is definitely into your human.
Oh, look! I think she's getting his number.
Nice.
Your human's got some sweet moves.
Takes after his dog. Oh, look, they're doing that thing where they put their arms around each other.
She kicked up a leg. It's like in the movies.
That's awesome. Looks like we're gonna be hanging out a little bit more.
Welcome to my block party. Glad you can make it.
The only triple doubles you get come with fries.
Last time you blocked someone, you were online.
I can do this all day. Your moves are just gay.
Using gay to mean dumb or stupid, not cool.
Not cool.
Not in my house, not anywhere. It's not creative, it's offensive to gay people. And you're better than that.
Hi, so I'm going to demonstrate a few yoga postures. There are a few basic poses that you would possibly see at a vinyasa class. The first is down dog, which is a total body strengthening pose, and you're basically creating a triangle with your body where your hips are the highest point in the air. And it's just meant to strengthen your entire body and lengthen out your hamstrings, your upper back, all sorts of things. Gain some upper body muscle strength as well. Child's pose, which allows you to open up your knees and then let your belly fall in between your thighs and rest your forehead down, is just a resting posture. So anytime you need to rest, come down, take a break from the practice, you would take a child's pose. And then finally, up dog, where you're on your hands and your feet only and you're reaching your heart forward, is a nice heart opener and a nice back bend. If that's not accessible, you can come all the way down and then just take a low cobra, which is the exact same thing, but a little bit more accessible for people. And those are 3 postures.
So, Jessica, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for watching. We hope that you gained a lot of knowledge about our community and about our health, and hopefully can include some of these practices into your day-to-day life. Thank you for joining us today. To view more episodes of our show, you can find us on YouTube at youtube.com/BrooklineAccess, BATV. You can also watch us on our channel, RCN Comcast Channel 3. We're on Tuesdays at 10 a.m. and 8 p.m. and Saturdays at 8 p.m. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.